Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Opencart Marketplace Follow Seller plugin. And in today's video tutorial, we'll be showing you how the marketplace customers would be able to follow their favorite sellers within the marketplace itself, and how the buyers can see all of the updates and the latest products added by those favorite sellers. Apart from that, we'll also be showing you how the sellers would be able to send out the newsletters to their followers, and how the customers can see their top seller, top products of the followed seller, and similar top products and top followed sellers as well. So let's hop on to the storefront end for the Opencart Multi-Vendor Marketplace web store. So for that, let's go to the storefront now and let's check the customer flow first. So here we are at the Opencart Multi-Vendor Marketplace web store by Webkul. And here we'll be logging into our customer account by entering our email address and the password and then tapping on the login button. Now after a customer has logged into his particular account, on the right hand side under his customer account, here he just needs to navigate to the following seller sub option here that you can see, and tapping that up brings up the complete list of sellers that the particular customer is following right now. So here you can see that we are right now following two different sellers. One is the Mary Johnson and the other one is the Peter Dew. And from here the customer can unfollow any of the followed sellers, and to unfollow anyone, just check that up and tap here in the unfollow. You can do that in a mass way as well by checking all of them and then tapping on the unfollow button. Now let's see how we can follow a particular seller, and we can go to any of the sellers by using the sell page as well. So right now I just want to quickly access the particular seller so as to show you how we can follow that particular seller. So I'll just open that up. Otherwise you can navigate to that particular seller to add it as a favorite seller by navigating to the product page of that particular seller or from his profile page as well. So right now I'm at the profile page of Mary Johnson, as you can see right now, and so let's go to the product page, and here are the products of Mary Johnson. And I just want to make alright, let's make this boat watch. Let's open that particular product. We can access any of this particular seller's product so as to add it as a so as to follow this particular seller for the updates within the marketplace itself, for the activities that the sellers do, like adding a new product and much more. So here on the product page on the right hand side we have the seller name, and here you can see that we have the follow seller option. So we can just tap here on the follow seller button, and this would add it to our list. So I've just added that. Now if I go back to my account, my customer account, and now I'll just scroll it down a bit to my customer account. Let's go to the following seller option, and okay, let me refresh this page once. And now here you can see the Mary Johnson is here, and we're following that particular seller from the marketplace. So that's how we can basically follow a seller from the product page of that particular seller by tapping here on the follow seller button that you can see. So that was the customer's flow, and so whenever this particular seller adds product and the rest of the features there that we have already mentioned within the user guide, at those times the buyers would receive an email for the same whenever there's any update from this particular seller, whether he's updating a product, adding a new product, or other options as well. Now let's see how the marketplace vendors would be able to find their followers, the customers who are following them, and how they can send out the notifications to them. So for that, let's go back to our account, and we'll be accessing the marketplace account right now for the seller. So here within the right hand side we have this particular block for the marketplace itself. We are having account options for that, and here we have the follow seller option for the sellers. And now if the seller taps on that follow seller, the seller would be able to see the complete list of customers who are following him. From here he can delete them all together, or basically can send the newsletters to them by choosing them up, or to a single customer as well. So to add a newsletter, we just tap here on the add button, and that brings up the follow seller mail section here. And from here, the marketplace seller can set up the newsletter subject and the newsletter message, and then he can tap here on the save button. So you can see that the template has been saved there. Now let's go back to the follow seller section. So for example, we want to send the newsletter to Jennifer Doe and Lucas Pinto only. So I'll choose them to, or let's select all of them, and let's tap here on the send newsletter, so that the one that we just created would be sent out to these particular customers that we have selected here. So you can see that the newsletters have been sent out to the selected customers. So that was the sellers end, how they can basically check the complete list of customers following them, how they can add a newsletter, and how they can send the newsletters thereafter, the one that they have just created. Now let's go to the admin backend panel and let's see what different configuration settings are there for the marketplace admin himself. So we'll be logging into the Opencart Multimedia Marketplace by Webkul backend panel right now, and we'll be logging into the admin panel by entering our username and password. Now after the successful installation of this particular plugin, to make the initial configuration settings, you just need to navigate first through extensions and then extensions, and there under the modules we'll have to choose this particular module that we have. So I'll just search for it. Okay, I'll just scroll down, and here we have the marketplace follow seller. I'll just tap here on the edit button, and here we have around 5 different tabs to configure. The first option here we have the status is to enable or disable this particular functionality for our web store itself. And then we have the general newsletter settings, followed seller mail settings, followed customer mail settings, and the mail info. And from here we can choose for, and we can basically use the codes as well within our mails so as to send the respective data to the respective customers. So under the general we have the first option, that's the seller dashboard status. So if this option is enabled, then the sellers can see their followers under their follow seller field as we have shown you. If you disable it, this option would be taken out from the marketplace account section here. So here we have the follow seller, this would be removed. If you make this as disabled, then we have the customer dashboard status enabled, same goes for the customer. Then we have the seller newsletter set status. So if this option is enabled, then the marketplace seller can set his own newsletter template. Otherwise, admin's newsletter template would be sent to the customer. So you need to choose whether you want to enable it or disable it to allow the sellers to send their own newsletters. I showed you how we can create a newsletter quickly at the seller's end and then send those letters to our customers. Then we have show other options. So if you want to show other options as well, along with the option of following your seller, so you can show top sellers, top products of followed sellers, similar top products, top followed seller. So let me show you that. So if I go to any product here right now, so let's go to the Mary Johnson products collection, and let me show you this particular section that we'll be able to see. So let's go to this product, that's the ball, the bell sleeve dress. If I scroll down, here we have the marketplace follow seller section, wherein the customer can find the top sellers who are being followed, top products of the followed sellers, similar top products, and top followed sellers as well. And from here the customers can follow any of the new sellers from here, or can unfollow the already followed sellers as well. So this is the main section, and here we have the option to follow the marketplace sellers. Now let's tap onto the newsletter settings, and from here we can set the option, or we can enable this particular option. Then the marketplace vendors would be able to send the newsletters to their followed customers. You can choose to enable this option or not. So this is this option. So here the admin can choose the customer group wherein the marketplace vendors would not be able to send out the notification messages. Then here you can set up your newsletter subject and the newsletter message. So he can choose your customer first name and the last name code. You can set that up, and that would be automatically entered there for the respective customers. Then we have the followed seller mail settings. So you can enable or disable this option. You can set up the followed seller mail subject and the followed seller mail message. So here you can see that we have chosen the name or the code as the seller name, that is automatically filled up. So you can set your followed seller mail details here, or the content here as per your own requirement. So if this option is enabled, then a mail would be sent out to the sellers whenever a customer follows him up. And similarly, you can enable the option wherein the mail is sent out to the customers whenever a customer follows a seller. And you can set up the followed seller mail subject and the followed seller mail message as well. And you can choose for customer first name, last name, seller name, and the highly weighted products as well. And you can choose those respective codes accordingly within your mail, or the followed seller mail, or the customer mail messages, according to your own requirements there. So that was much, and thereafter you just need to tap here on the save button to save the configuration settings. So that was much about the Opencart Multi-Vendor Marketplace Follow Seller plugin. I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow of this plugin. If you have any questions or doubts or suggestions, or maybe you have any requirements, then kindly reach back to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise a ticket at webkul.uvidas.com. Thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.